Hey guys, it's the Christian Theater Kid, and I'm in the Oxbow.
Do you have a piece of paper?
I
don't think so.
You could use a paper plate.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, sorry. Somebody just walked in. I'm here with my friend Sarah, but she doesn't want to show her face on YouTube. But I'm also here with Shelly. Come here.
Hi.
She's one of the people that I'm working with this weekend. But this is more of a serious video that I'm going to do. I'll probably do another serious video later where I'll be starting to write my letter to Miss Carol, who passed from breast cancer. But right now I'm going to go over a verse that a guy named Sam looked over with me a couple months ago, actually. It's Ecclesiastes 3:1-8. It says, "For everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant, a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be quiet and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace." Before we go any farther on, I do apologize for any background noises. There is a group that is having their devotion at the moment. They're having like a small group
And that's my church.
meeting. That's her
Forge
church.
Bible Chapel. What?
And I don't want to be too loud, so I'm trying to keep my voice down.
It's okay. That they can deal with it. It's fine.
I think they're leaving actually.
Yeah, they're leaving. They're not cool. No, they still are cool. Just don't
So-
tell they said that.
The first part of this verse is Ecclesiastes 3:1, where it says, "For everything there's a season and a time for every activity under the heavens." So basically, like, I understand that sometimes there's some things that we might not agree with or that we don't particularly are fond of, but there's still a reason for it to happen or a time for it to happen. And one thing that really got me was a time to cry and a time to laugh. But months ago when I was told this verse, I was actually that person that said, no, I'm not the kind of person who cries. I'm not, a touchy-feely kind of person. I didn't want to show people emotion. But when I was told this verse, it really hit me because, it said, even though you might not particularly like to cry for other people, there's still, time for that. And I think God really tells us that He made certain times throughout our day for us to let out and to go. And I mean, like, there's a lot of things in here. It says there's a time to be born and a time to die. Like, next week you could have, like, your niece or nephew or son or daughter be born, and then 2 weeks later have something that's very close to you pass. But it's okay because God says there's a time to mourn and a time to dance. And there's a time to be born and a time to die. And to think about those two, God wants that to happen. That's how He planned everything and had everything work together. And I think that's just amazing. And I mean, it says there's a time to search and a time to quit searching. I think that we work really hard for what we want, but sometimes we need to, say, God, here, I'm giving this to you. I don't have, the strength to carry on, so I want to give you my burden. That was really big on me because there's a person that I know that would always throw their burdens on me, and I felt like I had to carry the hurt that they felt. And it was definitely hard for me to work with because I felt like I had to take care of all the problems that I was faced with. And having those problems, I just thought, wow, this is all of me. I could make this happen or not. But then Sam said, no, you're not alone. You have God. And you need to give God those issues. You're holding those issues on yourself. But until you give them to God, they're not going to be resolved. You can try all you want, but without God and without Jesus helping you through, you're not going to get through. Because He's with you every step of the way. It says that there's a time to love and a time to hate. I think a lot of people get this confused. People think that hate is a sin. Hate is not a sin. Hating sin is what they're talking about. There's a time to hate. The time that they want you to hate is when there's a sin that you're performing and you hate that sin and want to get rid of it. That's the kind of hate that they're talking about in that verse. And I mean, love is the beautiful thing. It says there's a time to love and a time to hate. Like, there are times where, you just feel the love of people. When I'm here, I definitely feel the love of the people here, and I'm very close to all of them. And they're just great people, and I love, feel that connection. And a time for war and a time for peace. I think we're all always going through a war, whether it's with, parents, friends, ourselves, with Satan. Like, I feel like we're always going through a war. But God will give you that peace. I was sitting down in my room one time and I was just so upset. I was crying and I said, God, when am I going to find peace? And I just opened up my Bible to a random page. It was this page, Ecclesiastes 3, and I read Ecclesiastes 3:8. I just opened it up and I pointed to a verse, and it was Ecclesiastes 3:8, and it says a time to love, a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. So
I'll be back.
That's definitely what I want to point out. I don't have much more to speak about because I think that God definitely gave me the words to speak to all of you, and I just felt drawn to make this video because I had a good amount of time on my hands. We finished doing breakfast. I had not done my devotion this morning. I was going to do this video this morning, but that's not going to happen. So yeah. Now I'm going to go because I have to go to work soon, but I will be back later to shoot another video. See you guys later.